New KFC Georgia Gold. It's finger-licking gold.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
I'm Luke Summerhays.
I'm James G. Miles.
I'm Andrew Rice.
And I'm James the Jester Stewart.
And you're listening to a special episode of Monster Mash brought to you by the KFC Georgia Gold. That's finger-licking good.
No, we do not earn any money off this podcast.
No, I just love chicken.
And we also love hunting the Yian Garuga.
Woohoo!
A close relative of the Yian cuckoo, known for its hard black scales and tufts of white mane. More belligerent than its flightier cousins, these clever monsters are known to rationally observe their prey, even when angered. They are not to be taken lightly. But lightly salted, they're delicious.
Yeah, I think after our no armor hunt, I think that last phrase is very true.
Yeah, this guy fucked us right up.
It's hard. You don't really get a chance to breathe with him. Like, he is constantly doing something, it feels. Until you get like a mount or a stun or something like that.
Well, the game makes a habit of actually mentioning what an asshole he is, and it's very true. He just wants to fight you. He wants to kick your ass more than probably any other monster.
Yeah, that's why.
Especially in sort of the early mid game, which is where he tends to turn up. Yeah. These days.
And I don't agree with the part where it says he tends to rationally observe his prey. I think he's like a big mad bastard. He's charging at you. He's
just running everywhere. Even his normal run as an attack.
Yeah. So
I am inclined to agree with you, but a lot of the talk about him online says that he seems to react to you a lot more than most other monsters. So maybe it's another.
What does it mean by that?
That he can, rather than
he kind of sort of locks onto you quicker than most. Or other monsters will try and other ones maybe try and run away from you and escape. Whereas he just he'll make it look like he's running away. He'll do a 180 turn and then just lock in on you again and just keep attacking.
And he's harder to predict. He doesn't just do a very set string of attacks. He'll do this attack, then that attack.
I'll give you that. He's very unpredictable.
It also might be another case of being a little bit toned down for generations. A lot of the monsters seem less complicated than they are elsewhere.
I'd say this guy still had a pretty...
It doesn't seem much different because I first experienced him in the first game he was in, which was Freedom Unite. And he's not changed a whole lot. And I still get that impression from how he is in Generations.
Yeah. Maybe I just haven't fought him enough to get a feel for him then. But yeah, you mentioned he first came out in Monster Hunter Freedom, which was the first handheld one. And he's pretty much invented as a challenge monster. Because he will just come at you and kick your ass.
That's what I mentioned as well. It said in the description that you read out, it says in Generations it says a close relative of Cuckoo, whereas in Freedom Unites it says a breed of Yian Cuckoo.
When I looked on the wiki, only its very first version says that, and then ever since it says close relative.
It also says it's particularly evil wyvern, so beware, rather than the whole not to be taken lightly. I think they've kind of toned it down a little bit.
Yeah, which is the Monster Hunter does not make a habit of calling the monsters evil at all, apart from for this guy. Generally they're presented as animals rather than monsters. Mm-hmm. And this guy's nah, he's a monster. He's going to come at you. He wants to kill you.
But also in that Freedom Unite description as well, it mentions the trap avoiding, how he avoids pitfall traps. He's the only one of the monsters that can avoid pitfall traps. Unless he's
like a lot of the other monsters, a lot of the other monsters in this game are there as part of the world. So your Rathians and the Rathlosses are there to protect their nest and hunt the Apsaros and whatnot. But this guy's just up for a scrap.
Which again might tie into maybe the fact that he is not a particularly natural part of this world.
He's an anomaly.
Yeah,
he's an abomination unto God.
So this isn't confirmed what we're talking about here. There is fan rumours, shall we say, a fan theory of sorts. That
fan fiction.
Fan fiction. Yeah.
It's definitely out there.
It probably is. This guy is a crossbreed of Yian Cuckoo, obviously, considering how similar he is, and a Rathian.
Initially, just obviously, he's got a lot of both monsters' moves. So he does a tail flip, and he's got a few fireballs and that sort of thing. She's taken from a Rathian.
Poisonous as well.
That's the thing, Cuckoo fires fireballs as well. and it's like it's more similar to that rather than like a Rathalos fireball or the fire bite from Rathian.
Does the Cuckoo not just fire fireballs when he's charging about though? Like he doesn't stand still and like.
No, he can stand still and do it.
I think it's another case of you're very rarely at that sort of range for him to do it.
Yeah, because I definitely noticed when we were fighting the Garuga that he would stand still and he would do the multi fireballs like the Rathian does.
Yeah. But
he is definitely more of a more wyvern-esque than bird-like, which the Cuckoo is more like a bird.
And his tuft of hair is a bit like the one the Rathian has at the base of her neck as well.
I did say that this is typically something that that's been made up by fans, but has it been even alluded to in the games before?
I can't find any official mention at all. He has got like literally bits of the Rathian moveset like copy and pasted.
Mm-hmm.
So he is designed to be a cross between the two, but it's never been officially said, he is an actual, physically a cross between the two. He's just a...
That's one crazy Cuckoo. Decided to rock up beside a Rathian.
Playing Barry White as he walks into the area.
He's good pal with the Kurapeko providing that jazzy music.
So it doesn't mention his parentage in the text at all, but there are a few interesting little tidbits which come up when people talk about him. One of my favourite, in one of the quests where you have to fight a whole bunch of different bird monsters, they call Yian Garuga the War Machine.
He sounds like a fucking wrestler.
Yeah. It's like the Shrieking Yian Cutco, the Colourful Malfestio, and the War Machine Yian Garuga.
I can see where they get like the machine part from, because like if you ever hear the Garuga roar, it's got that kind of metallic machine-like sound to it.
They also for the event quests, and I think there's one in 4U, and there's one in Generations as well. They compare him to Ridley.
Yes. Yeah. He turns up in the... I mean, he's a purple...
Well, he is the replacement for Ridley, isn't it, in the one that drops...
And 4U, yeah.
Yeah.
He was like Garuga's Ridley, and they had the little mini Nersillas for the Medroids.
Yeah. That's cool.
But another thing that gets mentioned is the Garuga King.
The what?
Well, a lot of weapons and certain quests, they talk about like historical people. There's a Garuga King, a Garuga Princess, a Garuga Sage, the Garuga Corps, a Garuga Temple, and even the Garuga Army.
Fuck.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
But
What?
So the Great Sword, if you go on the description, a bizarre blade used by the Garuga King to finish his rival. Deals merciless crushing cuts.
Does that mean like the Garuga's kind of like worshipped then from like a certain section of like the humans that are in the Monster Hunter universe?
I'm wondering if it's just, obviously Garuga is sort of a violent badass that like people in history who are like considered great warriors or whatever are nicknamed
called
Garuga
like
this and
Garugas,
Garuga that.
yeah.
Like in the real world you get, like wolf knights and the Knight of the Lion or the Bear or what have you. If you're just a particularly badass guy in the Monster Hunter universe, you called the Garuga.
So that's like where they could have named him Yian Garuga, obviously Yian from Yian Kutku, and then Garuga from the fact that he's like a warrior, the war machine.
Well, or it's gone the other way and people are named after him.
Yeah, either or, yeah.
Because
yeah, that's what I'd assume it would be. Like,
I've obviously
channeling the spirit of the Yian Garuga or something.
I sort of haven't had much luck finding anything on where his name comes from. But like Yian Kutku, I sort of assumed that Kutku was onomatopoeia for like a bird noise, like a cuckoo. So I'm wondering if Garuga is just like a growl or a roar.
Yeah, like a guttural kind of roar sort of thing, yeah. I'd go with that.
So going back off to the fact that he's like this fighting war machine bird, that kind of ties in with the description for the Deadeye, Yian Garuga, the Deviant. The Deadeye is a battle-scarred veteran of countless duels to the death. His one-eyed gaze burns with the fervour of 1,000 victorious fights. A famous hunter once said, "That's the only fellow with a better HR than me."
And that hunter was Colonel Sanders.
But
apparently he's the only deviant in Generations who's smaller than the normal one.
Really? More nimble.
Well, I'm guessing he was like the run of the litter, so because he's been picked on, he's even more of a dickhead than the rest of them.
The Deadeye's even more Raffian, like, 'cause he's got the actual tail flip in the air as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He just goes in the air a bit more than the regular one does.
Yeah, so. Cool fight. Very cool fight, the Deadeye. Just that I didn't really get too much of a difference to trade that air flip compared to the regular monster.
Yeah, I think we need to fight him a bit more and level him up.
Well, he releases like the poison mist. Like that's the one difference I've noticed. But like you said, you kind of fight him more to kind of see if he's got anything new.
Like Tajiri, poison mist.
Mm-hmm.
It's worth pointing out his dead eye. He's got one like glowing red eye, a bit like the Nagakuga.
Yep.
So I'm convinced that there is some sort of Japanese like mythological creature which is a black dragon with a red glowing red eye. It does seem to come up a lot, but I can't find any chatter about
I think
it.
it's just a really cool effect. Like that's
Oh yeah.
why they've put it in.
I do like that he is actually battle scarred. He's obviously only got one eye, and he's like his ears broken, his wings are chipped.
Yeah,
He's obviously battle scarred, but it means he's a real tough bastard.
I mean, Yian Garuga's design overall, like, have you ever seen many birds that have lost their feathers?
Only on the dinner table.
So, like, there's a picture going around Twitter a lot recently of an owl with no feathers.
Why?
Like, maybe it had an illness or something, but like you look at birds normally and you think, oh, they're kind of cute little fluffy guys. But like as soon as you see one plucked, like they're creepy looking assholes. And like that's sort of what the design of the uncut Cutco and Young Garuga is. And it is sort of quite a
Oh wow, yeah, bloody hell.
yeah, see? It's a pretty scary look. So
Yeah.
you think like, oh, bird, chicken, you know, he's not that creepy, but see him like moving about.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
I know, right?
Where have you put this? I don't see it.
That's like a Dark Souls monster.
I think they've just both Googled it.
Oh. So you posted it somewhere.
Owls are so sweet, man. Oh.
That's genuinely like a monster from Dark Souls.
I don't know. You think of owls as being like chubby little guys, but it's just feathers that do that.
Yeah. Oh man,
Well,
I'm
fuck.
sad now.
There we go.
I guess I'm gonna have to put this picture somewhere in the show notes or on the page. So have a little look at that. If you want to never look at owls the same again.
Oh,
Sorry, that was some
I'm
that was some
blocking that out
quality
of my
audio
mind.
content there. So the Monster Mash dinner table is going to be replacing a chicken dish with a fish dish next week, as we hunt everybody's big fish with legs. It's the Plesio.
Big fishy bastard that he is.
Big fishy.
You're right.
If you've enjoyed this nonsense, you can follow us on Twitter at Monster Mash Pod. We're also on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, whatever you use to get your audio content. Look us up, give us a 5-star rating, make sure you're subscribed.
And please tweet at AndyMan949 a picture of your favourite Colonel Sanders related paraphernalia.
And if you've
I've
noticed slightly different musical jingle in this week's episode, you can thank Wolfie Melon on YouTube, who kindly gave us permission to use her piano work.
Shout outs to Wolf Melon.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening!
See
Wait, your food still keeps, right?
No, I have to
Yeah.
eat again.
No.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, good.
Well, no, does it? I had to eat again. I don't think it does keep.
Does it?
Yeah.
Does it not?
Well,
Yeah,
shit.
mine's kept. Mine's
Well,
did.
thank God I brought Max potions.
Mine's did.
You must have eaten and forgotten about it.
Or did I eat? Did I eat
Yeah,
again?
you
I don't
would
know.
have done.
You must have eaten again.
Habit.
Oh wow, that was one hit.
Ooh, ouch.
Not hot unless Dre faints.
Oh, I'm dead as well.
Fucking hell.
I still had the red, like, part on my health bar, but as soon as the animation finishes, I'm dead.
Yeah, that's pretty
Oh, you can't-
unpleasant when you see that
fuck.
happen.
That's Andy dead. No? That is a low health bar.
Yeah, it is.
Christ above.
Someone wasted that cool drink.
Christ alive.
As I looked
Ran
at it,
away from me and damaged me. Now I'm dead.
Oh!
Well,
should have cheekily abandoned there. The writing was on.
I
the
was so fucking
Yeah.
close to
We had a
abandoning.
chance,
I'm
Jay,
not
we
even
had a
kidding.
chance,
I'd
so
literally
back
just
at
thought
home
before he
base.
turned around and hit Luke. Maybe I should just abandon this. This is not going anywhere.
It was a shambles to start with. I forgot to eat. he was doing like half our health.
So, armour.
So armouring up there and just doing the deviant, or
I have no idea where he'll be.
Fuck is
he'll be
he?
in that annoying long area, isn't he?
I was thinking probably. I'll have a look.
What?
I don't know if that was a joke or.
Yeah, it was.
No, he's not.
Shit.
Sorry, it's not a.
That was a very Raffian style of fireball.
What?
Oh, I've got some chat for you tonight.
We've all got it, Jay. We're all into the shagging.
Oh, I
He isn't.
fucking went the wrong way, didn't I? When the two zones crisscross like that.
Crisscross, crisscross.
This guy's cool looking, man.
He's pretty
Whoa, I got that. He did a wind when he did that charge.
sick. He makes such a weird noise when he's stunned and you're hitting him.
Fuck.
Did I just hit you, Jay?
Nope, he tail break just as about to do the discharge on the sword. Wait,
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
that went pretty well.
I'm Colonel Sanders.
James J. Miles.
I'm Ronald McDonald.
What the fuck?
Is that actually the fucking start?
I didn't know Andy was going to join in.
Why wouldn't I join in, sir?
And you're listening to Monster Mash.
And on this episode,
Looking Andy are away this week, so they're being joined by these fine Americans.
we're hunting the young Garuga.
We actually gonna keep that stuff.
A close relative of the Uncut Coup. Known for its hard black scales and tufts of white mane. More belligerent than its flightier cousins, these clever monsters are known to rationally observe their prey, even when angered. They are not to be taken lightly.
I cannot do this cast if you're speaking like this. Can you draw a line on
That's got to be outtakes.
I was going to do it. I was going to do the whole cast as Colonel Sanders.
Oh,
I'll drop it if you want.
I'll be trying to string together a sentence and you'll say something and be like, "That's a good point, Jay." That'll be me. I'll be done.
I can assure you I wouldn't say that.
Oh!
That's all coming out now, isn't it?